What did you click on this video for? Well, this is my journey in learning all about dung beetle. This is beetleball, and inside of beetleball, there's tons of different beetles. You can see the dung beetle, Goliath beetle, ladybug, rhino beetle, but the focus here is the dung beetle. So, what's special about the dung beetle? Here, you can see it's offensive, a speedster, and a reverser. Well, what exactly does that mean? Obviously, offense is you're going on the attack. Speedster, clear, says it goes fast. Reverser, I can turn the tides. Well, how does beatable work? Well, let's create a lobby first. So, in beatable, what you want to do is take these pieces of dung, about 5 of them, and they'll obviously spawn, as you see, when the match starts, but then you'll see they come from this bunny here, which will drop them around the map for you to pick up, and I have about 4 right now. Once I pick up 5, I get the golden ball, and with the golden ball, I can shoot it and score it on either of the nets. Well, what are the controls? For one, you can flutter by holding space, gets you some aerial momentum, walk around. You can sprint, which I hope you turn on auto sprint. You can headbutt, you can grab, and you can glide. So, knowing this, there's tons of different things you can do. For one, starting with the headbutt and the grab, I can obviously just grab the ball and start moving around with it, but that's not very fast. So what you can do is headbutt and grab at the same time. You can see both of them go on cooldown. And when I do it into the ball, boom, I get a little bit more speed and I can grab the ball from farther away. Say it was in the air, boom, I can grab it from nice and far away. Then there's fluttering and gliding. Obviously, if I see the ball from far away, I can flutter, glide over, and pick it up. While you may think you might want to headbutt here, if you flutter, glide, and then headbutt, you're actually going to be reset to the speed of the headbutt. Say I jumped from much higher, flutter, dash, boom. That's much more speed than I would get from doing the same thing and then slowing myself down with the headbutt grab. So, what is that exactly doing when I glide from high and get all that speed? Well, that is actually called a momentum transfer. I throw the ball down, set myself up in any way, glide, and pick up the ball. That is a momentum transfer, taking the movement from my glide and the speed and putting it in to the ball. So, that's just some simple stuff, but what you're here for is what I learned with the dung beetle. Right there, that boost of speed, that's just one of the things. It puts together the ability of the dung beetle, which I haven't actually covered, the dash, which is a simple press, and obviously the flutter. To do it, all you have to do is flutter, and while you're fluttering, press dash. And make sure you hold, because as you see, after I completed the dash, I got the speed boost. And so, using this flutter dash, I can set up the ball, or if I see it, flutter dash towards it, pick it up, and bang, I'm speeding across the map. But that's not the only ability the dung beetle has. When I'm holding the ball, I can use it and I get a speed boost, multiplying whatever speed I have. And I say multiplying because if I do something like a flutter dash or even a momentum transfer, I can take the speed I had and go even faster. So let's say I set up for a simple momentum transfer, glide into the ball, use my ability right away, and boom, I'm going super fast. But the dung beetle's not the best in the air. It's mostly for the ground. So if I use it with a flutter dash, I can take the speed that I get from the flutter dash and make it even faster. So let's try that. Obviously, you could see how fast I go with flutter dashing. But when I do both, I should get even more speed. And that ties into another tech, because when I do that, especially from any point, or even a high point, if I do the flutter dash ability and let go, I can shoot it faster than I could just holding right click. And that is called the dungy shot. So, where should you be dungy shotting from, and where should you be shooting from? Because obviously I can take a ball once it's golden, right click, and shoot it, which is decently fast. But if I use what we learned and go to, say, a high point in the mat here, I can take the ball, do a dungy dash, and boom, it's right into the net. Well, let's actually grab a ball now. Again, I'm going to take all the dung across the map and build it up into a golden ball. But the thing is, doing a flutter dash and doing that dungy shot, you see these mushrooms across the map that I've been bouncing around on. What you can do is actually shoot the ball to set it up, do a flutter dash into the mushroom, and pick up the ball, which is called a dungeth. If I do that, I get even more speed and go launching across the map. But say I didn't have a mushroom on me, but I have a high point, I can obviously do, even without using my on ball, some type of shot that will go towards the goal. So, knowing that, and knowing I can use these things like flutter dash to get around quickly, this is not the only stuff I've learned, because obviously you can do the flutter dash as a unique thing of the dung beetle, but something very similar is the wave dash. Similar to the flutter dash, what you want to do is flutter and then headbutt just at the right moment, 45 degrees, and keep holding to get that unique flutter dash speed, but from a headbutt. So any character can do it. It takes some timing, but once you get it, you should be just about as fast as the flutter dash is, and you could go flying across the map. But with momentum transfers, which I covered briefly, there's another thing you can do so you can keep the ball on you and go even farther, called a skate, which is kind of like an air dribble in Rocket League, if you ever heard of it. What you try to do is that you get the ball, go to a high point, you can take the ball, glide under it, and actually carry it on the top of your wings, because you can see just when I'm moving around, when I collide with the ball, I actually move it. So if I take it above myself, I can bring it from a momentum transfer, glide under it, carry it, and shoot. So, say the match starts. I use a flutter dash, headbutt, go to the middle, boom, grab a dung. That might not even be the fastest thing, but say I'm just moving around, getting the dung, getting ready, setting up a shot. I can use any of these techs that I've learned. I can set myself up for a shot like that. I can easily go get a momentum transfer, get more dung. There's so much you can do in beetleball, and this is what I've learned playing with the dung beetle. But using things like the wave dash, obviously, and even the flutter dash can be hard, but learning it through the Discord and the text channel, game text, is actually what helped me become half decent at beetleball, but it's what I've learned, so hope you enjoyed.